After a fair share of delays, just like almost any movie in the world right now, MCU's Eternals is finally coming to the big screen, and we are more than excited to see it play out, introduce us to something new, many new characters, new plots, and a whole new world. A world where our heroes will battle to the brink of destruction. We are all wondering what the movie has in store for us, and that is why today we will talk about everything we know so far and have a first look at the movie. Enjoy! Eternals release date. After a turbulent filming and production trajectory, the long-awaited cosmetic entry is finally coming to the MCU. The movie is directed by Chloé Zhao, who recently received a Golden Globe nomination for the movie Nomadland. And not just the crew, but the cast is all packed with many big names in the movie industry. But we will talk more on them later. While there haven't been many new official images and many official details about the movie, we have somewhat of an idea of what to expect. The Eternals movie was intended to be the second movie in the Phase 4 of the MCU. However, due to the coronavirus pandemic taking all over the world, the whole release schedule was torn apart, not just for this movie, but rather for the entire lineup. Thus, as an aftermath, Eternals will now come after Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, with the release date officially right now being November 5th, 2021. The movie got its first pushback and was set in February 2021, after being set to release in November last year, 2020, in order to accommodate the Black Widow movie, a movie which in return took the November slot. However, the problems with the pandemic continued and only got worse than before, so Black Widow was moved yet again to April 2021, pushing the Eternals movie to the date we have now, later this year in November 2021. A lot of things have changed with the whole pandemic, and the movie industry also had its troubles because of it. Nevertheless, the director Chloé said that the movie will be worth the wait, and it will also try to top the Avengers Endgame. So that is definitely a big step. Big shoes to fill, to say the least, right? The filming is finished as of right now, so there should not be any problems regarding the whole COVID-19 situation. And the date set right now should not change whatsoever. Eternals trailer. Even though the movie has been finished with filming for a while now, unfortunately, there aren't any concrete details about the official trailer of it and when it might come out. Our thoughts were that we could get some kind of a teaser of sorts at the San Diego Comic-Con in 2020, but that was not the case. Marvel is surprisingly silent about the movie, not wanting to give anything to the public, which, seen from one side, is a good thing, because the release of the movie will be that much more exciting. But on the other hand, fans are eager to know what is going to happen. We think that for many, the wait has been just too long, and it needs to be dealt with. With this in mind, after the release of the Black Widow movie should be the earliest when we might see a teaser of some sort. Fingers crossed. Maybe we will get an outside scene of some sort during the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. An indicator for the movie. Whatever it will be the case, the time is coming, and we are sure that, as the director of the movie Chloé said, the wait will be worth it. Eternals cast. With the release date and the trailer out of the way, it is time for the cast side of things. And surprisingly enough, even though many new faces are appearing in Marvel's newest super team full of big names and some newcomers, a big part of the cast was revealed right before our eyes. As of right now, these are the actors whom we will see on the big screen. Angelina Jolie will play the warrior Tessa, and Richard Madden, who made a name for himself from the Game of Thrones series, will play the role of Ikaris. The fan favorite of many movies, Kumail Nanjiani, will portray the role of Kingo, a fierce warrior and master swordsman. The inventor, Phastos, will be played by Brian Tyree Henry. Train to Busan star Don Lee will play Gilgamesh, and Barry Keoghan will play the role of Druig, appearing for the second time in the MCU following her Captain Marvel's Minerva. Gemma Chan will play the Eternal Circe, with Salma Hayek joining her as Ajax, and Kit Harington's Black Knight. Big cast even to this point, right? Well, this is not all. We haven't even heard a peep about the enemies of the Eternals, the Deviants. Sadly, there aren't any news regarding the cast members for these baddies. Not yet, at least. Many of the cast members were thrilled to work together, and some of them even said that you don't get to see this kind of ensemble that often. So this will definitely be very special, both for the actors and for us fans across the globe. Eternals plot. Before we dive deeper into the plot and what the movie will probably have in store for us, this is what the movie's official synopsis looked like and how it was presented. Marvel Studios' The Eternals features an exciting new team of superheroes in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ancient aliens who have been living on Earth in secret for thousands of years. Following the events of Avengers Endgame, an unexpected tragedy forces them out of the shadows to reunite against mankind's most ancient enemy, the Deviants. Pretty cool, right? The Eternals were somewhat described just above. But who are the Deviants, and what are they to be exact? Well, like the Eternals, the Deviants, the enemies of the Eternals, have also been created by the almighty Celestials. And at their core, they are actually the dark version of the Eternals' heroic personification. The two groups of overpowered beings have come into conflict many times, over and over again within the pages of Marvel Comics. And with this movie, it seems that they will bring their disputes to Earth into Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Million questions are circling just by hearing what these, let's call them factions are, and what they present themselves to be. So many questions, and the first, and probably the most frequently asked one, will be, if they were so long on Earth, why didn't they step in on the side of our heroes when the Earth's survival was at stake? Are they even living a normal life like every other mortal human being? Do they have a job, a family, or are they unique in their own way? Obviously, just by reading the synopsis, what was this unexpected tragedy that forced them to come out of the hiding, out of the shadows, and intervene in their own way? It must be something more tragic than Thanos' snap, wiping out half of the universe itself, right? One of the options for all of the questions to be answered in the most basic manner would be if Kevin Feige and the MCU are to take inspiration from the Neil Gaiman's limited run of the Eternals comic. These would provide an easier way to explain all of the unknown details and facts which we listed above. However, we will have to wait for the official release date of the movie if this will be the case. Following the final chapter, we got with the Avengers Endgame and the prospect of godlike beings introduced to the mainstays in the likes of Spider-Man and Captain Marvel, for example, would definitely provide an exciting take on the whole MCU itself. With all of this in mind, we think that all of us wish that we could watch the Eternals movie even tomorrow, if not today, right? On a related note, tell us down in the comment section below, what do you think will be the dynamic and the scale of power of these powerful beings? And which one of them is your favorite and why? And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.